I'm Vanessa Valiente, San Diego's #1 personal stylist.
And I'm Paulina Fessia, aspiring personal stylist, and today I will be interviewing Vanessa. My next question is, what role does networking play in growing your client base and establishing credibility?
You know, I did get quite a few clients from networking, but nothing that could compare to the amount of clients I got from the internet. What I liked about clients from the internet, and this could be just me as a stylist because I'm very detailed. I run a tight ship. Clients are networking, they're like, oh yeah, that sounds good, I'll do that. And I'm like, I don't like this lack of intensity. I want to style, and I want people to be into like that kind of drive that I have to put everything together. And I really love efficiency. So I felt that the clients I met through networking were not usually the vibe of client that I actually want. But it's fine. When you need clients, get those clients. Wherever you find them, go get them. Networking is important, not so much for getting clients. It's for getting people to know who you are in general, or you meet someone who then knows someone who needs a personal stylist. So it's not just creating that presence of like, hey, I'm a stylist in this town. I remember one time someone had looked me up online and was like, oh, I think maybe I want to hire her. And then later was talking about like, I'm thinking about maybe hiring a personal stylist. And they're like, oh, you should hire Vanessa. She's like, oh my God, I looked her online already. So again, it's that marketing of like, back in the day, it used to be 7 points of marketing. You see something 7 times and then you purchase. Nowadays, I think it's like 13 because people's attention spans. That's what networking does. It creates that that repeated marketing point. But nothing is more important than the effort you put in ranking your website on Google.
When I was thinking about finding other people in this city to work with, the first people that came into mind were makeup artists and photographers, because they're always building their own portfolio. So a lot of times they'll do something for free. The only hesitant part I've had with that whole scenario is that a lot of those times those are conceptualized type of photo shoots.
Yes.
Themed. I specialize, I would say, in image consulting and everyday women. And a lot of those are, it's like 90s rock and roll theme, or it's themed.
It's not real clothing for the average lifestyle.
Yeah, and for fun, I even had my sister-in-law, we did like an anthropology inspired type of photo shoot just because I was building a portfolio and I was like, I have an idea, let's roll with it. It was fun getting out of my comfort zone, but I'm trying to build my personal styling and my credibility as a personal stylist. So that's the only thing that's been holding me back.
Yeah, I would say that you're looking in the wrong place then, because you don't need to do a photo shoot for everyday wear. You could literally put on a call on a social media or Craigslist or whatever and be like, free styling day, and then you have your camera and you consult with them beforehand, help them put on an outfit. It could be items that they have at home. You could help them shop a little bit, and then take those pictures, have them come to you, like set up a day, and then shoot. That's what I would do.
Okay, we kind of went over a good overview of this, but just for clarity, what are some ways that aspiring stylists can gain practical experience?
It's so important for an aspiring stylist to dress people. And sometimes that means you're going to offer your services for free or at an extreme discount. You just need to dress the people. You need to learn the bodies and you need to learn the brands. One stylist that I'm coaching right now, she's really struggling with the different body types. It's really easy to dress a size 4, perfectly proportioned 5'5" woman. It's really hard to dress a size 12, 5-foot woman with no breasts. That's a really hard body type. And the only way you're gonna learn how to dress it is by dressing it. And if you try to charge someone your full rate and then you don't know how to dress that body, they're not gonna be happy. So what you can do is you can say, for instance, let's say a client comes to you and they're a body type you've never worked with. You can be very transparent and say, to be honest, I actually have never worked with this body type, but I'd really love to. I will give you 50% off if you allow me to try dressing your body. I don't want to make them feel like they have a weird body, obviously.
No.
But just be like, I haven't had this experience yet, and I would love to get it. Can I give you my service at 50% off? And then we can collaborate and learn together.
This is a perfect way to end this segment. Can you share any advice for aspiring stylists on navigating how competitive this industry is?
Yeah, absolutely. Number 1, get your website to the top of Google in whatever city you're doing. That's gonna just clear the playing field. Now, I know that I'm still a lot more successful than the other stylists that share space with me on page 1 of Google. So the next thing is you need your website to be so clear. I cannot tell you how many websites I've looked at other stylists. I was like, what's happening here? And like, why are you trying to convince me about feeling good about myself? People don't care about feeling good about themselves. That's a standard that comes with it. They want to learn about your process. Why are they hiring you? When they hire you, what are they going to get? What kind of process are you going to share with them? Be very clear, be very explicit about your service, what you offer, and who you are. And a little less on who you are. There's a lot of sites about stylists where they go on and on about their coffee and their dogs, and it's like, they don't care about that.
Yeah.
They want to know about what you're going to do when they come into your home and see you naked. They don't need to know about so much about your life. They want to know about how you are going to interact with them. So that's going to put you to the top right away. There's a lot of fluff and a lot of self-centeredness in the styling world. Make it about the client. Inform the client. Be so clear. I rarely see a stylist website where I understand what they're giving people. Really focus on your clarity, what you offer. The third way is to, you got to start working with men. I don't know why people don't dress men. It doubles your clientele immediately. It's such an underserved community. Men are clawing at trying to get people to help them. There's not enough stylists to dress men.
It's true. Yeah.
So I understand that people are like, oh, that's not fun. It's a business. There's a lot of things that aren't fun about business. And I love my male clients as much as I love my female clients. Okay. And I have about 35% of my clients are men.
So with men's fashion, like with my husband, I will put together outfits for him, right?
Great.
But there's just so much about the tailoring of men's clothing and the specifics of men's clothing that I just never look into.
You're going to read books on men's fashion. Go ahead and go to a tailor, ask to interview them, and then in exchange you can do a little video for them or something. So go talk to a tailor. There's a custom men's tailor in La Jolla. He loves to talk.
Really?
There's people who want to share. I love to share. I love to teach you all about this process because there's not a lot of people teaching this. They're not teaching it in the right way. They're teaching it very strangely. Go and ask questions to the best men's tailors in town. Dressing men, so important. Start the process of learning that because you will be ahead of the game like that. If you want to leave your full-time job that's not personal styling, you need to work with any person who will give you money as a stylist. Okay. That won't endanger you. So obviously be transparent. If you're like, I don't have all the skills and experience for this, but that's why you're charging very little. It's affordable. I charge $200 an hour. I'm not messing around. I can't be like, I've never done this before, But if you're charging $100 or less, it's okay that you're inexperienced. You definitely know more than your client. That's a fact.
True. What have you learned about the difference of working with men and women?
I feel that there's not much difference between men and women when it comes to personality. People who hire a personal stylist, this kind of personal stylist, very detail-oriented, very efficient-minded. I attract efficient-minded clients who want to outsource. Please do this for me. So men and women are the same. Just do this for me. Clothing-wise, men are more limited. Tops, bottoms, belts, shoes, jackets, suits, tuxedos. Very rarely is someone requesting a vest. People are getting more into requesting some jewelry. They'll request a watch. Every now and then a hat will come up. So there's not a ton of interest with women. Skirts, jumpsuits, tank tops, camis, long sleeve, blouses. There's so much going on with women's clothing, and I would say that's the biggest difference. Men, they don't necessarily require less items, but they have less items to choose from. So it can be easier in that sense. So when styling man versus styling a woman, there's often less pieces, but it still needs to be styled. This shoe does not go with that pant. It goes with this pant. And this pant does not go with this shirt. It goes with this shirt. And you have to make sure you get the right belts with the shoes. I'm a big fan of complementary belts to the shoes.
Me too.
So yes, it's a great thing. You can do more crazy stuff as long as if the shoes and belt match or complement each other very nicely. So there's definitely styling involved with men. It's just a little bit more basic, I would say. What are the steps after talking today? What are the steps that you're going to take right now to improve your business?
My website, very first thing.
Thank you.
Yes, my very first step when I get home, as soon as we leave, is working on my website, improving that. I have all of the content I need to actually put a portfolio on my website.
Perfect.
I just haven't done it because I didn't know what to go about it, but now I have an answer.
Okay.
And then I think I do want to prioritize working with friends and family to take styling pictures to add to my portfolio
Yep.
because people want to see what regular people look like when you
Yes.
put an outfit on.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I hope this was helpful. I'll see you next week with more tips on becoming a successful personal stylist.